All right. Welcome to the sideboard. My name's Eric, and this is another episode of Dev's Deck. I see some of you are already here waiting, so thanks for showing up a little bit early. Today we've got a really cool little Lifegain deck. I know a lot of you were wanting me to play a steed deck anyway, and Dev gave us a horse deck. Now it's not truly based around the horse. However, it's more based around the life game, hence the title Mono White Life Game. But it does have the Crested Sunmare in it, so we are going to get to actually play with Crested Sunmare. And I've yet to even build around the card, but I've had a lot of people tell me good things about Crested Sunmare. Let's go ahead and take a look at the deck here. Let me get rid of that. The deck online is only 60 tickets, 60.74 tickets. If you grab it from Manatraders, you'll only be ticking up mana hours at about 60 mana hours per hour. Not a really bad deck there. I've already went and got the cards, so we don't need to worry about that. I am starting to put a quick link for those of you who use Manatraders. You can just go straight to the deck and just rent it straight from there. So I am putting a quick link in the description box below if you guys want to use that. Also, if you just want to look at the deck altogether, you got Dev's TCG player link there below. And then if you're in the comments section, we are trying to make a push for 500 subscribers, so I'd appreciate a subscribe. It really helps out. Let's take a look at the deck. I'll just go over it really quick, as most of you just watched the deck tech anyway. It does have a lot of deserts in it. Now, granted, this deck hasn't been out long, so no, I have not gotten any games with it. We're all picking it up for the first time here. The deck's been out for what, 4 hours now. Anyway, it's got a lot of deserts in it. I really like that. I like where the mono red desert deck went and how it could get the extra value out of the deserts. So I really like seeing mono colored decks getting some extra value just out of their land base. Standard Soul Sisters. Okay. Well, Hal Internet, thanks for showing up to the stream. Let's take a look here. We do have Field of Ruin, which is one of the non-desert cards that are here that we really need against Search for Azcanta. Grasping Dunes, he did say in the video that we could trade this out for another desert. I actually like the one that exiles creatures and brings them back, and that might be an option for us. I mean, I don't know. We may look at that in Game 3, and as always, if the chat comes up with some good upgrades or something else they think would just work really well in the deck, we'll try it out. The obvious answer here is Oketra's Monument. Honestly, it looks like it'd be a great Oketra's Monument deck. And yeah, it really looks like it'd be a great Oketra's Monument deck. Mono White Oketra. But Cat Collar, welcome. Endless Sands, yes, that is the desert I was talking about. Other deserts in the deck, we have Scavenger's Grounds and Sheffet Dunes. Oh wow, a lot of people are showing up for the deck here, so thank you all for coming out tonight. It keeps removal in hand because they don't want to exile. Yeah, exactly, especially if you've got good enter the battlefield triggers. However, we really don't. We don't have any. Can't exile that. So we really just don't have enter the battlefield triggers other than Sunscourge Champion. So maybe it's just not good here. So maybe there's where Dev's argument is on the land base. But we'll move on into the one drops with Legion's Landing and Sacred Cat. Probably the best two white one drops in a non-vehicle deck. I mean, granted, if we were in vehicles, Toolcraft Exemplar would be it, but, we're not. So, Bishop Soldier, I really liked this deck when we were testing out the Oketra's Monument deck, and Bishop Soldier just seemed really good. However, in that deck, it kind of came along with, an extra little body there with the Oketra's Monument trigger, and it was only 1 mana, so it'll be interesting to see how well a Bishop Soldier will play in our current meta, which is full of 1/1s from Thopters, and everyone's, not just me apparently, everyone else is playing the modules deck, which is pretty cool. We do have Glorybound Initiate. Now, this card is absolutely great against red. Even in our red-white approach deck, we had this in the sideboard that was really, really good. So deserts hold definitely the unspoken answer to almost all of the big problems. The underlying effect there, that last line, its activated abilities can't be activated. That is amazing against Hazoret and the Scarab God, things of that nature. Awesome, awesome card. And then Sunscourge Champion, just really good staple. It does require us to discard a card, but once we get to rolling with lands and things like that, we should be alright. And if we have to bring it back with a land heavy hand, that's not really that bad either. So Sunscourge Champion, normally a sideboard card, but I can see where it's main board here. And then one of the all-star vehicles currently in our meta. Even the aggro deck stopped playing Heart of Kirin and started playing Aether Sphere Harvester. So I was really happy to see this. And then we've got Cast Out for good instant speed removal, answers to everything. And then Ixalan's Binding. This card is great. The more I play with Ixalan's Binding, the better I like it. It does. It does. Chen Shikiv. How do you say your name? Chen? Man, I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry. And then a single Oketra. I really like Oketra. Another card that really, really shined in the red-white approach deck that we played. And then Fumigate and Sun-Crested Mare. The sideboard brings us a lot of... I guess I should actually talk about Sun-Crested Mare a little bit. As Sun-Crested Mare is one of those cards that as we gain life, we can really get some value out of Sun-Crested Mare. So Sun-Crested Mare gives us 5/5 horses every turn if we gain life. Let me actually bring that over. I know my layout kind of gets in the way sometimes. But anyway, Sun-Crested Mare puts out 5/5 horse tokens every time we gain life. Well, not every time we gain life. At the beginning of each end step if we gain life that turn. So we know how powerful 5/5s are from playing the what's the worm? Sandworm Convergence deck. Jamie, thanks for showing up, man. Authority of the Consuls, absolutely great against red deck. Crook of Condemnation, good against Scarab God decks, and God Pharaoh's Gift. So another Aether Sphere Harvester. Forsake the Worldly. Another Forsake the Worldly is really, really good right now. And even if you draw it when you don't need it, you can cycle it away, which is great. Instant speed, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Terrific card. A second Oketra, I can actually see this coming in a lot. This card's really good against Teamer Energy. And then the 4 Regal Caracals, second Fumigate. Regal is really good at creating a board state out of nowhere. And then 2 copies of Approach the Second Sun. The Approach are going to be really good as a surprise in any game that we think will go long. So I kind of like the Approach the Second Sun. It seems really, really good. I would really like to know why no one uses Lux's River Shrine with Crested Sunmare. Seems like the perfect card to guarantee horses. So what is it? Luxa River Shrine? Pay 1, tap, you gain 1 life. Put a brick counter on Luxa River Shrine. You're right. That seems really, really good when you need to gain life. Okay, well, that's the deck. Let's get into some gameplay. I know that's what you guys have been waiting for, so I won't hold you up any longer. It's like somebody's just... Ah, man, we missed it. So, what are your guys' predictions on the deck? I know a lot of you just got through watching the deck tech and everything. What's the predictions here? Okay, so oh, we did get an opponent. So we lost the dice roll. Wow, all land. So what happened here was we had just built our deck and we had it together and we forgot to shuffle. We didn't shuffle enough. So let's mulligan and really shuffle. All right, that's better. We still haven't gotten the shuffle quite out. We're getting doubles here, but you know, anyone ever do that? All right, so we're going to keep this. Let's see what's on top. Legion's Landing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Daddy likes. Sorry. Let's fix this chat here. Let's go a little bit more. Okay, so here we go. Seems like it needs additional tuning. Well, we will see. I think any additional tuning would be Addo Catcher's Monument. Like I said, like someone else in the chat said, it might have been Jan. I am going to take that stop out. I don't think we need it in this deck. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and we have a turn 1 next turn, so I'm okay with this coming in tap next turn. So we'll just go ahead and Legion's Landing and pass the turn. Looks like we're playing, I don't know what we would be playing because red deck doesn't run Evolving Wilds. I don't think. Yes, I actually like Gideon's intervention against approach. Okay, so a treasure map. All right, we've got something interesting there. So, who was it that helped point out the combo last night? Does anyone remember? I haven't gotten a chance to actually go back and look at the deck itself, or the gameplay itself, and figure out who come up with that combo out of Metalwork Colossus. But we are definitely going to be playing around with the new Modulatron deck and Metalwork Colossus combo because they seem like they work together. With the Metalwork Colossus online, you only need one of the efficient constructs to start triggering value out of the combo. Now, granted, it would be real hard to play online as it's a lot. Yes, yes, it could. So if you have a single Cultivator's Caravan, you get infinite mana. If you have the Paradox engine out, you get infinite mana. If you have a well, I mean, any of the modules, because you're going to get 2 creatures entering the battlefield, you'll get ooh, we got a land. So I want to play the Glory Bounds, but we're not. I think we're just going to maximize mana usage here and just play the Sunscourge Champion. And then we'll get in for the 2 points of damage here. Anyway, you get two artifacts entering the battlefield. You get a artifact cast trigger, if that means anything to you. If you know, so depending on what artifacts you're using to get Metalwork online, just having a single efficient construction on the battlefield creates your infinite cast loop. So that's pretty good. Okay, so Maverick Thopterist. Alright, we're definitely against the Grixis Thopters deck here. I still swing. And that will flip our Legion's Landing, which means we can play another Legion's Landing and both Glorybound Initiates. The one thing about the Thopters deck is we're going to have to keep pressuring it so that it loses its Thopters. But if it starts getting Decoction modules, we're going to be in some trouble. Alright, we'll play both Glorybounds. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't think they have any board wipe main board. So yeah, we'll play both of the Glorybounds and then we'll just pass the turn here. Paradoxical outcome. You have to bounce non-token permanents or creatures or artifacts or whatever it is. So that card works really good in like Cheerios, you know, any deck that has a bunch of zero cost things. Wow. All right. Well, we're not going to kill it. Aether Sphere Harvester is really good here. And we'll get those 2 energy. I'm going to play Legion's Landing after combat. I don't know if it really matters, but I am. Could just hang on to it to guarantee that if something happens, we have a Sacred Cat we could bring back, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into combat. We'll probably just play Sacred Cat. Granted, I could have played it, flipped it, then brought back the Sacred Cat, but I just don't think that there's a real reason to take that. Oh, we clicked attack with all, so we didn't exert. Major punt. That's a major punt on my side there. Just pick the deck up. I take full responsibility for that. That's horrible. I should have individually clicked those. Lesson learned on Modo. Individually click your exerts. Oh man, that's horrible. We just straight lose those Glorybounds. Ah man, God, that's horrible. Ah, I can't believe I did that. I knew better than that. I knew better than. Ah man, to Thopters, no, Thopters to. Ah. Yeah, we'll play our cat. Oh. So this is how someone feels when they reach down and grab their Hazard and like they tap it, but they still have 2 cards still in their hand. They're like, oh, I meant to do this first. So we're already in declare attack steps, huh? Okay. I'll get over it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That. Oh, so this is the Marionette Master deck. 4-color Marionette. Awesome. Awesome. This is on our list to play. So we've got this in Desert Red coming up. I was trying to put this off because we've played so many Grixis decks lately, but yeah. Well, we're definitely gonna crew and block. I won't make that mistake. Michael McKee, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Bounce Ornithopters, draw a card, artifacts like Prophetic Prism. So, the Paradoxical Outcome deck that you're laying out, I'm actually waiting on Immortal Sun to come for that. I think that with Foundry Chief Inspector and Immortal Sun on the battlefield, we're going to get to do some really, really crazy things. Like Pia's Revolution, things of that nature. I'm glad I didn't activate the lifelink preemptively. Ixalan's binding looks really, really good. We just put that on a hidden stockpile and we've taken care of quite a few things. I'm actually going to play that. So we're just going to take care of hidden stockpile right here. And if I'm not mistaken, he has no cast outs main board. The only reason the deck has white is for hidden stockpile. And since we don't have any land, we're actually going to hold up to block. We're still at a good life total. Maybe we should just be crashing in for 3 points of damage and trying to race him. As you know, we can always gain more life. That's kind of what the deck does. I mean, he's going to be able to draw a lot of cards here, but we've still got cast outs. We've got more Ixalan's binding. The deck may actually be strong enough to pull out of my mishap. I can't believe I did that. Well, if you guys are ruthless about my punts, I understand. I'm a fan myself, so I hate when I punt. Do we lose Aether Sphere Harvester here? We are going to crew it up, though. I assume if he's going to kill it, we see it now. If it's Fatal Push, he can always activate a treasure. We will go ahead and pay the life. If he's got like a braid, wouldn't we have seen it beforehand? He's got a lot of treasures. Fatal Push, okay. That's kind of what I was expecting, but he didn't have to lose his Thopterist there. Well, Catcher the True looks really good. But I think we can just add a little bit more to the board here. So we'll go ahead and go Legion's Landing. We'll get our 1/1 Vampire with lifelink, and then we're going to Sunscourge Champion. Now, next turn we'll be able to play Oketra, and she'll be online. I think we'll just get in here for one. We're definitely going to start taking a much more aggressive approach here, as he's down to one card, and he is going to be drawing a lot, but we want to make sure that we can put in a lot of damage before he draws it. Should we go watch? Well, making mistakes is part of Magic. It really is. And, you know, like, I got too comfortable right there and was talking and just, you know, started clicking. And that's something that I'm going to have to get better at. Like, Magic for me has kind of become a new game, as I've got to learn how to not only play it, but actually maintain an audience at the same time. And that's a little challenging. And I will say this: nothing helps more than you guys talking to me in chat. So thank each and every one of you for that. Mono white Lifegain. You built mono white Lifegain at work today. So I have a question. In your mono white Lifegain deck, did you put the Grixis land that gains life? Because I think that that land is really, really good. Yeah, I'll block here. So he got his Marionette Master out. And now he's going to get to start ticking up. And we're going to start taking a lot of life. We need to pull something to answer that ASAP. It's possible I should have held that desert. We cannot attack. We need as many creatures as possible here. Next turn we'll get to start making creatures for... I think we'll go with the lifelink ones. We're going to need every point of life right now, as this represents 12. Jeez. Okay. So that's 24 points of life right there alone. There's a P and an R. And I wish she had vigilance. Or trample. Glory Bound's really good here because we can play that and we can Adanto, can't we? Can we not? Can if we attacked with everything. Wow, we can't do it and Adanto unless we attacked with everything. So if we add... a dude to the battlefield, Oketra can swing. So this is 12 points of damage. This is another 12 points of damage. We're at 36 points if they lose these. I mean, he just puts all three in front of her and then bam. Man, that's... So he just sacrificed all of them right there. We cannot gain that amount of life. He's got us. Flips this. He can't flip that one. So we need to gain 3 points of life this turn. We can't do it. I will swing, I guess. I guess we swing with Oketra. It's not like he's gonna block with Marionette Master. Well, if he sacks the map, that's 4 damage versus 12 damage. So I'd rather him sacrifice the map than just the. I mean, we take 4 right here. I'd rather him sacrifice the map than to sacrifice 3 treasures. I mean, we're just dead though. Let's make sure our opponent doesn't make a mistake. He can. He has enough land to actually sacrifice everything, and now with the treasures he can sacrifice. So he currently represents 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4, more than enough. Okay. We're playing on borrowed time at this point, so nothing matters, right? Which one to keep? The untapped one, of course. So is he gonna sack them all in response and kill me right here? Or is he gonna let damage be dealt? No way. No way. Valhalla awaits. Right? Right? Die in battle, my friends. Die in battle. Okay. There's one. I'm just gonna press F6. Let him have his fun. Because as of right now, he's not just killed us when he probably should have. We just gained life right there. That happened. I get that I am dead on board, but you, in the words of Reed Duke, just tap the lands and make it happen. Sack one, buddy. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else. So anyway, new strategy, figure out your move before touching the mouse. Also play a second slower, as doesn't seem games go long enough to make the time relevant. Timer relevant. Okay. Why did I sack the untapped desert? Because at that point, it was, I should have tapped it for land, but I wanted to sack that desert in case I got a chance to swing again next turn. I mean, if he made those mistakes once, maybe he would make them again. So I wanted to keep the Sheffet up to do that. Yeah, that I meant to sack that desert, but I should have tapped it for part of the mana. Okay, so major mistake at the beginning there that probably would have changed the game for us with the Glory Bound Initiates. So it definitely started that one off very, very bad. What do we need here? I think the Fumigate's going to be really good. Do we think we're going to hit some kind of board stall, something like that, and just want to go into the approach win? Desert's Hold looks like it'll be really good against Whirlers. Does that deck run Whirlers? Authority seems really good. That would gain us a lot of life. Authority is also a really good way to gain life on their turn. So are we going to assume we're not going to be fast and aggro-ish and outrun them? I don't think Sacred Cat is what we need for this deck. So I'm gonna take that out. We could probably cut Bishop Soldier since we're going the bigger, longer route. If we bring in the Caracals, it makes me want the cat. The Aether Sphere Harvester gives us another option in the air. I really like being in the air here. Forsake the Worldly seems really good because, you know, they have the enchantments to destroy certain artifacts. But we're on the play, so I'm not going to bring in Forsake the Worldly for the hidden stockpiles. I kind of want the Oketra. I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to bring in the Oketra. And then we're going to run like that. Yeah, the Forsake, if they get the hidden stockpile, it was good enough to make the deck go into white, so it should be good enough for me to want to remove it. So let's see if we get a hand here. Cast Out looks good. We got a Crested Sunmare, but man, that's going to be late. We can cycle this on too. Oh, sure. Let's keep this. We took out a lot of the 1-drops anyway. We know we're going to be a much slower deck. At least we have lands. And we have Cast Out, which is instant speed at dealing with that Marionette Master. Probably just going to cycle this if we draw another land. Correct. Hold does not stop Marionette Master. It's an activated ability. There's another Cast Out. So here we should... I don't really want to cycle a Cast Out. I'd much rather cycle the Desert. I'm going to cycle the Desert. Alright, we got a Plains anyway. And another Plains. So I guess we step into a Braid. And we'll pass the turn. Yeah, I think we should definitely save the Cast Outs. It's I agree with you. The Cast Outs are very valuable here. We don't have a lot of instant speed ways of dealing with things, so there's another instant speed way of dealing with something. Well, I guess we just passed the turn. We're sitting back as the control deck right now. At least next turn we can... I would really like for him to actually tap out this turn so that it would be safe to play Suncrested Mare and then swing with the Aether Sphere Harvester. Okay. So he definitely did that. I don't think I cast it out though. I'm not even going to... I'm actually just going to like pass the turn here. We're going to play Crested Sunmare. And we will crew. Now we'll be able to swing, activate the Aether Sphere Harvester. And he can't even activate Fatal Push here, so we should be completely safe to get through this attack. And then we'll just pass the turn. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Curtis? Thanks for subscribing, Curtis. Like the idea of sideboarding in Trespasser's Curse to gain life on their turn. Okay, so you guys are talking about like an all-out horse deck, right? So, Trespasser's Curse, Luxus River. Well, we don't have black for Trespasser's Curse in this deck, so I don't think that'll even be on the upgrades list for us, or changes list. I don't know if I would call Trespasser's Curse necessarily an upgrade, but I do like the tech with the horse. Again, I've never actually played with this horse, so. Maverick Thopterist. I think we found... I don't know if that's a cast out trigger or not. Or cast out target. I said, oh. Life gets good, gentlemen. Life gets good. Oh, Wilbur. All right, all right. Wow, what a top deck. Oh. Get wrecked. Wow. Yeah, I forgot horse decks can do that. Oh, let's not forget this. I'm just going to do it now. I get super excited sometimes, you know, kind of like the opposite of when I go on tilt. Now, granted, he's going to be able to block this, but hey, he better. And we can even cycle the cast out if we need to. Oh, Wilbur. Mr. Ed never looked so good. Alright, so wow, that changed everything. Now we don't have any way to gain life from this point forward, but we now have 5 5/5s. Black-white Lifegain decks. Well, this is definitely a really good payout for gaining life. I really think we still could just lose, so I definitely need to be careful. There's a Desert's Hold, and we don't have a desert. I'm going to cycle a cast out. It's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so at least here we can cycle this Forsake the Worldly at the end of turn. I am going to tap one of our horses here to crew the Aether Sphere Harvester. Oh god, which one doesn't have summoning sick? I hate magic. Tell me which one's sick. I think this is the one that's not sick. We'll keep back a real horse just for, you know, I don't know, there's no shenanigans he could play here, but okay, I didn't pick the wrong one. So we end up with 2 more horses. That's pretty good. And we'll just pass the turn here. Aether Sphere Harvester and the horse, awesome, awesome. Meaning stealing your opponent's life. Okay. I like black white. You know, lifesteal decks and things like that. Sanguine Bond and those type decks. Pure beauty right there. Okay, I like what you did there. Uh, Klaus, is it? Thanks for showing up tonight, everyone. I appreciate everyone coming out. Well, the deck definitely looks fun. I definitely punted very hard in game 1, but game 2 here, the deck's just giving us some really good stuff to play with. No aerial responder. He didn't put it in, but man, that would be a good card in this deck too, wouldn't it? Okay, so we do have a marionette. Alright, so that means he's got another marionette. I'm going to cycle the Forsake the Worldly. Oketra the True. I'd like to gain a little more life here. We can play Desert's Hold and Sunscourge Champion. So I think here we need to crew. We'll just crew with this, and we will swing in, gain life, and leave open cast out. And just in case, because he does have a lot of blockers, how much damage are we putting through here? If we just swing... We've got 5, he's got 3, 4, 15 get through, 10 get through this way. So either way is not lethal. We remove a blocker, we're lethal? Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, this is lethal. So we play this, we'll crew here. That creates an additional attacker. We have 3 mana to cast the Desert's Hold on, yeah, that thing. That removes another blocker, and at this point we should be game, like guaranteed. There we go. Breach and clear, breach and clear. Heard. Okay, we're on the draw. I don't think we really change anything up. Maybe take the other Bishop Soldier out. He didn't bring any counter in against us. I mean, are we just going on the likelihood we're just going to Crested Sunmare again? I think I'm going to bring in another cat. Or actually, if I'm going to bring in just one cat, I think I'm going to bring in one Regal. Maybe if we were going to bring in just one card, maybe a single approach would be better. This doesn't look bad. This doesn't look bad at all. Turn 1, Legion's Landing. Turn 2, Glory Bound. Turn 3, Aether Sphere Harvester. We have deserts. Yeah, we'll keep this. Yeah, consistent life gain would be good, but we were in game 2 and we took out cats, we took out the bishops. So, you know, we did take out a lot of the life gain as this deck wasn't extremely threatening on us. So, we're probably going to have our turn 3 land, or turn 4 come in tap. I think this turn we're just going to play our Legion's Landing, pass the turn, and see what he's got. We had a guy at our LGS, and if he may end up even watching this, Jeff, if you're watching this, that played the Crested Sunmare deck, and he also ran this Angel. I don't remember exactly if the Angel has rotated out or not, but whenever a planes would enter the battlefield or something, he got to like do something. I forget what it was, but it was broken good. Alright, so we have our desert. We know that desert's out. We don't have to worry about it for next turn. We can swing for 1 here and then pass the turn. Yeah, Maria Shepherd. That's the one. Thank you. I don't think it was Linvala. Linvala, I know that one. I actually think Angel of Invention would be really good in modules. The modules deck has definitely impressed me. I really just want to Deserts hold Pia and swing. Yeah, I really want to do that, guys. Is that better than Aether Sphere Harvester? This becomes a 4/4. He's not like blocking it anyway. We don't have to swing with this. We can save it. What's the damage if we don't stop Pia? Will we tap down, can't block anyway? I think we just play the Harvester. As much as I want to get rid of Pia, I don't. He's going to pump mana into it next turn, hit me for 1 or 2. He's not going off next turn. I like actually progressing the board here. And if we draw a creature next turn, we can actually play that, and I'm only going to swing with the Glory Bound. And I will exert. We can't, because we're going to exert this turn. We can't actually swing with the Glory Bound next turn. But we have to exert. We can't just swing him into the 1/1 flyer. Who would do that? That's ridiculous. No one would ever actually do that. Do not rewind this video. I could. And I probably will Deserts hold Pia. Yeah, I'm going to Deserts hold Pia and swing at that guy. Yeah, that'll be a great turn for us next turn. We Deserts hold Pia and swing at that dude. And we can play a land to get another body. Yeah, we'll lose this, but I'm okay with Legend ruling that. Or we can play our tap land. Do we need 5 mana for anything? What does 5 mana give us? I'd just as soon hold this in case we don't need to do anything next turn. We could cycle it. So I'm going to go Plains. He can activate Revolt anyway, so there's no point in swinging in with our Vampire to try to get rid of that. I'm going to crew with this vampire. We'll hold this in our hand for a minute. We'll say done. I'm going to Desert's Hold Miss Pia Nala. Horse. Yes, horse is 5 mana. But we don't currently have a horse, and you guys in the comments have been really really on to me about don't worry about playing around things, just play what you have. So we're gonna play the hand that's dealt us. And right now we don't have horse. Apparently I tried to play the odds too much. So if he didn't have a way to have revolt, I would have actually played this and swung with this one. However, we didn't have a way to trigger revolt, so I'm good here. Thank you, Mantenza. I appreciate everyone that has actually came over from his channel. I am from the comments of his channel. When I first started watching Magic on YouTube, Dev was one of the first channels I found. Okay, so he's got a Maverick Thopterist. Definitely in a little bit of trouble here. I think this is an absolute must, which means we cannot. Alright, so the game plan here is to get rid of Hidden Stockpile. Then Legion's Landing, swing with all of our creatures, flip the... Okay, that's what we have to do. I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk before I play, but it's... Right, we were running out of match time. Doesn't matter which one I keep in this particular case. We're going to crew. And we will get in. If he wants to put a host of Thopters in front of Tezzeret, that is fine. Or I mean in front of Glorybound Initiate, that's fine. I assume we're probably getting the Maverick Thopterist. Is he going to do anything else so he can kill it? Okay, so he's just going to Fatal Push it or something? Alright, well, that worked out pretty well for us. I'm going to go ahead and just play this Desert and pass the turn. That gives us more mana that we can put into using our Adanto here. So there's not a lot I can do. I'm kind of tapped out. I'm actually just going to press F6 to conserve time. Well, if you want to present a deck, I'm trying to find a better way that the community can actually put their decks out there, but I haven't actually come up with anything just terrific yet. The one thing that I do have in mind is, well, there's an Authority. So we play Authority. Desert's Hold is just really bad against Marionette Master. Can't attack or block. Yeah, Desert's hold's really bad here. I think we will play it though. But man, that just kind of gives him a safe Marionette Master that's on 4. At least we're not taking like shots from it. And then I'll crew. And we're going to get in and gain some life here. And sure, we'll swing at Tezzeret. But anyway, I was trying to find a good way that we can all share videos and things of that nature. And the best thing that I've come up with is just post those to our Facebook group. So if you have a deck, just put it on Facebook and people will see it there. And right, if you have a deck link, definitely throw that on there. But yeah, just send on the decks that you guys have, and then if you if the different members of the community want to look over those decks and decide how you like those decks, absolutely would love to to hear everyone's thoughts. And if we have some decks that really stand out, we'll play them on the stream. Okay. I think we cycle this. Caracal. We don't have enough mana for the Caracal. We will crew. And then we're just going to continue gaining life. We'll exert at Tezzeret, exert, and then I'm just going to pass the turn. I don't think that I can get him down to within a minute of us, but we're going to try. And we have nothing else to do, so we're just going to do this now, and we will pass till blocks. It should be on the screen there, Sideboard MTG, or at the Sideboard MTG for the Facebook page. I've definitely got to go do a little bit of work on it. I've actually only been streaming for a little over a month now, so again, a little bit new to conversating with people right in the middle of a Magic or something like that, but definitely enjoy playing the game, and we'll be here for quite some time. Well, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Was it Andrew? Thank you, sir. We're almost at 500 subscribers. I'm really trying to make a push for 500. And I think one of the biggest things I've got to worry about is being able to talk to chat and get through a game here. So we will crew. And we're going to attack Tezzeret. And pass the turn. Okay. Well, I mean, we're not completely out of this yet, and he does need... Oh, wow. Okay, another Marionette Master. I assume he has to make bodies with this one? Oh, I don't think I can beat the time. we're just gonna play Crested Sunmare. We will exert and attack. The only thing I can do here is just kind of like swing and pass the turn. Granted, if I had more time, I would be trying to activate the Aether Sphere Harvester and things of that nature, but I don't, so. I mean, we're not dead. Like, he still has to do stuff to kill us. Like, I wonder if I can just beat him on time. Like, would this just be dirty? If I just beat him on time? If I just started spamming 6 and 1 and just said, you can't kill me before your clock ticks out. Oh, that'd be dirty. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry. I wish you could see my hands. I'm just really, like, spamming 6 and 1. We're gonna stay at 21 seconds and just say, good luck, buddy. Do 30 damage. Gotta kill us. You gotta kill us, dude. You still gotta kill us. Still gotta kill us. Oh, you gotta kill us. Play a land. Play a land. Oh, that is dirty! Gosh, that is so dirty! What? For the points? Oh, God. We was 2 minutes behind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. That was so dirty. Oh. Oh. Alright, whatever. I know. We had the board state, so it's oh, okay, well, you know, it was good. I enjoyed it. Was that as good for you guys as it was for me? I think we keep this and go with it. Okay, so we get turn 1 Cat, turn 2 Glory Bound, turn 3 Aether Sphere Harvester, and just kind of roll into our Sun Crested and go. I'll try to play faster than that. I feel like I was fapping over here, you know, like my wrist is sore, you know. Been married 10 years, you know. Jeez. Not like you young guys, you know, you can just wear those keyboards out, I'm sure. Alright, enough of that. I'm going to sound like Rudy. Alright, we play our cat. That was good, though. That was good. At least these come in untapped. I know I'm going to get it confused at some point, and I'm gonna think that the other one is the one that comes in untapped. Wow, I can't believe we won that first game. That was good. Refreshing even. Against another white deck. Okay. Oh, did that just happen? Alright, so a turn 3 swing with a Glory Bound Initiate. If you hit all of your land drops, he is untapped in time to exert again when you play Crested Sunmare. Just want to point that out, that it just happens to work that way. Or a turn 2 Glory Bound, swings on 3, exerts, doesn't swing on 4, is ready again on 5. We will swing in for the 1 here. The Modo gods. Karma will eat us for that one. You know what? Maybe that was just us getting ours. How many times have we just the curse of the stream? It just rips at us. Anyone who is just getting to the stream, thanks for showing up. This is Dev's deck. We just entered match 2. We did win match 1. We're playing in the paid queues, and we took it to time, quite literally. If you did miss match 1, I recommend going back and at least seeing the last minute or so, would you say? Let's play our Aether Sphere Harvester. We're not under any pressure. So there's actually just no reason to accrue or exert the glory bound here. So I'm just going to swing for 3. He may have another Talons. That would have been a reason, like if we were going to play around Talons. But I think we would want to just kind of finish him quicker. And I don't see these decks running 4 Talons or 5 Talons, or 4 Talons or 3 even. This seems like a 1 or 2 of card. There's an opt. Okay. Let's actually do this. We will press 8 so we can buy a little bit of time. Thank you for subscribing. I've got to get it to where I can actually see it when it comes up. Curiosity is everywhere. Thank you for subscribing. A fumigate. A fumigate. A fumigate. Swing with Glory Bound again. I mean, there's an argument to swinging with Harvester, but I don't know what it would be. Suncrested doesn't seem really good against Settle the Wreckage, does it? It does if you just never swing with the Suncrested. Yeah, that seems really good. I think if he had a Slash of Talons, we would have seen it last turn, right? So this turn I will attack with Harvester because I would rather the Harvester... Would I rather the Harvester get exiled by... Would I honestly rather the Harvester get exiled by the Settle the Wreckage here? Or would I rather... Does the horse have to see me gain life? The horse does not have to see me gain life. If he's got Fumigate, we're going to see it anyway. So, okay. We can always tap the horse next turn to crew the... We're just going to swing with the Glory Bound. I will exert, though. And this is because I'm playing around, yeah, Settle. I want to keep the Aether Sphere Harvester. At least we'll have a horse. Oh, it didn't hit, yeah. Well, there's his Fumigate. We'll check him for another Fumigate. And now we've successfully played around. I know you guys told me to quit playing around cards, but you can't like just not play around cards. But now we've played around Fumigate, and we will at least... Oh, God! Punted did not use the energy. Wow. Even when we played around it, I still blew it. Missed a token there. I'm going to play Bishop Soldier and crew with that. I'm not swinging with a horse. If he wants to play a Torrential Gearhulk and bring back a Settle the Wreckage, I'm okay with that. Okay, so he's going to Glimmer. I will be swinging with the horse now that he's glimmering here. Keep the punts coming. Punt. Yeah. I got it this time. I got it. I got it. All right. So we attack. And we get our horse. So we do survive a fumigate with at least a killing creature here. I did so good with playing around the fumigate and then punted to not activating the Aethersphere Harvester. Like, Monkey? Is it what? See no evil? Or is holding his eyes or ears? I can't really tell. Don't see anything that we should do here. We can exile the graveyard if he goes to play Torrential Gearhulk. I'm gonna cycle this. So is there any point at all to swinging with the Crested Sunmare? Not now. Well, he didn't approach. I mean, I'm expecting the only thing he can do is like Gear Hulk back into a settle or play another settle. He did just glimmer. He might have found another settle. Thank you for the subscription. William, thank you for joining the sideboard. Okay, so he's going to Supreme Will. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's still got Settle mana up. Oh, he's actually looking for a card with Settle mana up. Well, good news for him. I'm actually only swinging with a Bishop Soldier and yeah, I don't think we have a reason to swing with anything other than these two. Like, we don't have to swing for more than lethal. Like, I don't even think we have to swing with this. What one card? You could cast it out? Yeah, you could cast it out. So and no other one creature would be lethal, and I don't want to put both there. Hey, I'm playing around Settle. We'll see if he's got it. I'm okay with losing Bishop Soldier. Yeah, okay, so he had Settle. Well, we didn't gain any life. Horse is indestructible, but it does not help against Settle the Wreckage. Settle the Wreckage exiles. Exile all attacking creatures each player controls. That's why it deals with Hazard so well. So that is why I had to keep it back. And he was only at 4. There was no point in actually adding more to the board than we really had to add. And we're still in a position to... Okay, so here we can... So let's do this first. We'll crew. We have 7. We need to keep 2. We're going to spend 5 here. And then we're going to sacrifice that very desert. We have to keep 2 for the Gear Hulk that's in his hand. It doesn't matter. We're putting lethal right here. We're not swinging with the horse, and we're still putting lethal. The punt was not 5 damage. We would have lost anyway. This is lethal. It doesn't matter. Like, that lifelink doesn't matter. If he stops this, he stops this. If he can't stop it, then we're fine. Who's punting now, gentlemen? Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a jerk. Well, that be the way the cookie crumbles. You have to play around it. I mean, that's what the deck does. It's built to settle and then settle again. He's still holding on to a torrential Gearhulk too. That's the hard part. Like, I mean, we don't know that, but we've got to put him on it. We have to put him on that. So he would have got to keep a card if we would have just swung in. Demystify. Michael, I like where you're going. Fragmentize. Fragmentize will do the job too. Galactic Glove, thanks for joining the sideboard. Alright guys, so we just need to, get a couple creatures back. We can still deal with the graveyard. We're keeping that mana open. Like, those 3 are just kind of set aside at this point. So when he goes for the graveyard with a Gearhulk or anything else, we're done with the settles. I kind of think he might be on the Guillermo Matanon list where he did fumigate us, so he can't be on that. He's just digging here. He has to answer this. Ah, he's got his Field of Ruin. He can actually pop our Scavenger Ground. Gideon. So does he make a Gideon emblem here so we have to swing at Gideon? Pooey. Nope, just stops my Glorybound Initiate. Let's cycle that. We're going to sandbag this. Let's bring back our cat. We're going to hit him for 1. Not actually worried about hitting Gideon right now. Exciting? Yeah, sure. Alright. Magic the Gathering, one of the most exciting online video games you can stream. What are you really? That was not the legal rule. Like, yeah, they changed some rules, but... Okay, so now he's gonna get an emblem. He can't die. Does he have... Alright, so let's count it up. We need 5 mana to activate Sheffet Dunes, which will allow us to kill Gideon. Yeah, we just do that. And we're going to flip the Legion's Landing. And we're going to play the other Legion's Landing. So I think we've got enough mana to do all of the things. We just have to keep up 3 mana. Have we played a land this turn? We have not. Okay, alright, so we're good. We're going to sacrifice the other desert. Now we're going to get into combat. Now, even though he prevented the damage on it, I'm swinging with it. Doesn't matter who we swing that at. We're going to get this in at Gideon. We'll get this in at Gideon. And if he tries to use that Gear Hulk, which it looks like he doesn't have it. If I've been playing around a Gear Hulk this whole time, you guys got me. Described it was, yeah, that's allowed. I'm sorry, like, there's certain things I can allow, certain things I can't. Pretty much no F word, no racial slurs. You know, none of the big letter. If you could say it's the B word or the F word and people know what you're talking about, probably don't use that word. You play the S word, you say the S word and people are going to be like, what? Shh, what? So, you know, okay, I'm good with that one. We'll see if this gets demonetized or not. How about that? So we got our flip. We're going to get to play our Legion's Landing. He's going to lose his Gideon. I didn't activate that. No, okay, that's why it's a 4-2. I was like, I didn't exert it. Surely I didn't exert it. I might have, though. So if he is like just sitting here thinking about whether or not he can play his Gear Hulk, the answer is no. I have not tapped down on this scavenger ground since he got to 6 mana, so wow, look at this. We've got 2 mana for the scavenger grounds and we have 3 mana for the Adont. Ah, but we don't have enough to play the other Legion's Land. Do we even need it? We don't need it. Let's keep up everything we got here. Honestly, if he plays Gear Hulk at any point other than in combat, then he just loses. So I don't really know. The suspense, yeah, it's killing me too, Core. It is killing me too. Like, I don't know. Like, what is our opponent doing here? Come on, opponent. By the way, I figured out what was wrong with the music at the bottom of the stream, where you can see what music is playing. You know, right? I think it should be like right under the mouse, right in this area. But if I minimize Windows, my Windows Media Player, it'll just freeze it. So we'll just have to not do that anymore. All right, so here we go. I've got no shenanigans. Do you have shenanigans? I mean, I've had him on Torrential Gear Hulk, but he might not have it. If he doesn't show it to us, that's okay. I mean, I can understand just scooping and not showing it. We'll know shortly, though. It's running really good, Crew Fix. If you weren't here for the end of Game 1, you should definitely go back and watch the last minute or two of Game 1 or Match 1. He's played 3 settles already. We played around a Fumigate. He's played 3 settles. I've got him on Gear Hulk, and we're currently playing around Gear Hulk. with leaving up scavenger grounds. So anyone just tuning in, that's where we're at. We've got enough mana to activate our scavenger grounds and enough mana to activate Adanto's the first fort. So this is not actually doing damage. It can't do damage. It was just a swinger so that we could flip Adanto. So anyone who's just joining us, there you go. And we're not going to play the Legion's Landing. I want to be able to do it. And if I'm just going to make a creature anyway, then playing it this turn's fine. Like, just, there we go. So he drew a card. He did not get anything. Okay, so what do we need against those, quicker decks? I don't think Sunscourge Champion is a card that we're going to need here. Oketra looks awesome. Bet he won't expect approach out of us. Any argument for taking out Fumigate? I would like to just leave this as our only removal here with the Ixalan's Bindings and Cast Out. I don't think we need Desert's Hold. Did anyone see any black land? Like, he wasn't the Esper version with the champion. I mean the. All right, so Desert Hold's coming out. Let's just take out what we know we don't want. I don't think I'm worried about Fumigate, which this means we've got room for the cats. I like cats. Cat approach, yeah. We have one more. Crook seems good. So yeah, I'm actually thinking cast out some bindings for the gear. Yeah, there you go, Gear Hulks and Caracols. And the Aether Sphere Harvester here looks decent, but I actually think the Crook, just more control over his. Yeah, exactly. Just Crook any target he tries to get. If he gets like a search for Azcanta out or something like that, I can manage that. Let's go with this. I mean, we only had that one spot, and even though I really like Aether Sphere Harvester against a deck that's going to wipe the board and things like that, Crook seems good too. Just seems like it puts us more in that surprisingly in control of situations. You know what? By the looks of this hand, we're going to get a chance to see if Crook is good or not. We don't have a lot of lands. We don't have a 1-drop. So we're going to play this Desert of the True, which comes in tap, and then we'll kind of go from there. That changes things. Now we go cat into Glorybound Initiate, Aether Sphere Harvester, the curve. I have to say, the deck feels like it's got a decent curve. Let's see, did I miss a comment somewhere? No, it doesn't have a high creature count, Michael. We're up against what looks like approach. Let's see. Breaker of Worlds plays Fugitive Wizard. And what? Free range Roosters, boring control decks that drag the game out, and some of the funniest lines I've heard. Gadnook, Breaker of Worlds. Okay, I'll check that out later. Anyway, speaking of a lot of people who have watched like different streams and things like that, there's one called Dusk Till Dawn Gaming here on Magic, here on YouTube, and he plays Magic the Gathering. Now, he's a casual gamer, so like me, he's kind of small, but he actually took the As Foretold deck that we played the other day, and did we play right into Censor here? I think so. The As Foretold deck that we played the other day, and kind of took it a step further. So those of you that do like control, He's got videos out of, we did play into Censor, look at that. We'll just attack and pass the turn. But those of you that do like control, I know it's a little bit boring, and he's actually speaks at a really good speed for watching, the gameplay at 2x or even 1.5, depending on how you actually like to watch the content. I'm still holding off on that, and I think we go Harvester here. We landed the Harvester. That's good for us. Okay, so we'll just swing for 1 and then pass the turn. But anyway, Dusk Till Dawn Gaming, if you like control decks and you're okay with watching control, he plays a lot of control Magic, even plays some modern content. So those of you that like modern, I'll direct you over there for that. I mean, there's a lot of other people that play control and things like that, but I really like the take that he took on one of our community members' audience, and he took it a little bit further. Or sorry, our audience is or our community member. What do you call your viewers? Like fan? Nobody's a fan base here, right? I don't know. I don't know what to call you guys. The community, that's what I want to call it. Here we can crook Legion's Landing, swing for 4. Do we want to swing for 4? Seems dangerous. We know he's got... We're going to play everything main phase. See if he wants to counter anything. If he taps down at any point, our tribe... Oh, man. Yeah. Our tribe. There we go. Anyway, the group of people here. Max is a fan. Well, you guys humbled me. But anyway, so he took a deck that was presented by one of you, by Dan Thorson, I think. And he took the deck a little bit farther. He went farther with it, and the end result turned out pretty cool. And I was quite proud of it, that someone had done that, and it really humbled me. So I'm continuously amazed by you guys with the amount of decks that you've thrown out there, so that I always have content. So I'm not swinging with the Aether Sphere Harvester into this. I'm just not. Like, when we have more bodies, we can put more into it, but I don't want his settle that bad. Granted, he might not have had settle. We might have gotten in for an extra 4 points of, or for an extra 3 points of damage. But anyway, Dusk Till Dawn Gaming, I will put a link up to his stuff. So just make him settle. We've got a... This will make him tap out. He has to tap out now. he cannot allow that, because I would never swing with it, and all we have to do is... I am so glad I put that stop right there. We'll crew with our cat. I don't know what the right card is. Like, do we want our cat to die so we have to spend a mana on it, or I just don't know. Like, maybe the right answer is, see, like, do we want the cat to die there? At least we've got another body back. Does it matter? And I don't really see the point of gaining life there. Maybe I should have just kind of hung on to the mana. But if we hit a land, and there's a land, we get to start playing some must counters. So let's see the Gearhulks. He doesn't have it. Yeah, we just attack. Even if he settles here, we're okay with that. Alright, so we'll go get some land. He did settle. And we'll just pass the turn. So next turn we can Crested Sunmare, or is that just bad? Okay, he approaches. I don't think it's bad to Crested Sunmare then. How do we make him shuffle his library? We need Field of Ruin to make him shuffle his library to buy us a little bit more time. Unless he just has it. Mono white tokens. Crew Fix is all about some mono white tokens. Well, I didn't want to attack first. I wanted to force... Like, I did... Oketra was a force counter. I would rather put damage in instead of lose damage and then die to the approach. But yeah, I know I said that if we landed it, he would never live unless he could kill us first. Like, we would be able to kill him with it if we landed it. However, commit to memory, that'd be good. I wish he would... how do we stop? And we need a Field of Ruin off the top. So what has he done here? Since he cast it, he's drawn one card. This will put one down, and we'll get another. He puts a card on the bottom, and then he draws a card. So he's went 3 cards down. Is he just holding a second? Well, that happens. We have a horse, of course. We get this. And I don't think we can win from here. Right? Thanks for the land deck. Thank you. Thank you so much. We should have 2 of these. So that's what I noticed about the modules deck when we were running Moduletron, was the modules deck actually, man, you could just push games into making your opponents deck themselves. And there's a Regal. Sure. Sure, we'll play that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll sacrifice the Grasping Dunes. And attack. Well, at least we get a another horse. And there we go. we'll go on into our next game. Alright, well, we won game 1. I don't think Crook is that wasn't that great for us there. Looks like we need to stay as fast as possible. We've still got 22 creatures and Legion's Landing. I think we just run it back. I don't see any reason we change anything. You know what? Let's drop the Crook and let's grab Forsake the Worldly. If he's got cast outs and things of that nature, Forsake the Worldly might be pretty decent. Plus, it does kill Gearhulk. I can't out approach an approach deck. We're gonna have it in there as hey, this could happen, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Okay, so we've got a 1. We can cycle some of those, and we have some land, so we're all right. At least we get to start with the Legion's Landing. I wish we had more things to kind of pair up with it. I really like Legion's Landing in decks that can put a lot of creatures out really quick, like the Catcher's Monument decks and things. Whoa. We did not want to do that. Wrong button, guys. Well, we hit a land. Well, there's not a lot to really do here. We're just playing lands, playing out on our curve and passing the turn. I really hope we draw a land. We did! Alright, we got a land off the top, so I really wanted to try to slam this Oketra, but I'm not going to leave this damage on the table. We're going to try it. We're going to just slam the Oketra. Got it. We have a mana sink now. And we got him to tap out. Cool. So how do we maximize next turn? We don't really have a lot to maximize next turn with. That would have been nice. So I think the best way to maximize this turn is to actually cycle the cast out, Forsake the Worldly on the cast out, get Oketra back, activate Aether Sphere. Yeah, we're just going to take this line of play. I don't know if it's the 100% correct line of play, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm still in the air if I want to actually cycle the cast out, but I know I want that 5th land. Although, do we really need it? Can we just wait? I think we can. Cast out there, cast out. Hey, Grasping Dunes, it's there, man. The Regal. I think I'll just keep up the blockers. I'm not getting in with that dude anyway. I'm going to make sure that it has lifelink. I got you. I got you guys. Don't worry. Guess we are not swinging with Oketra. I was thinking it wasn't online. I forgot that as soon as this becomes a creature, it is now online. So Oketra, you just have to own the creatures. They don't all have to be attacking, any of that. You just have 3 other creatures. Okay. You have to forgive me. I actually haven't played with Oketra very much. It was a one of in a deck, and that was it. Yes, I'm sorry. I could have attacked with Oketra. So that's like punt 25. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna write some script somewhere for the chat bot, because we do have. I don't know if I fixed it. I bet I didn't fix it. We do have Nightbot. Wow. Okay. That is just like really good. So that's game, fellas. I think, isn't it? So we crew. We have enough to swing with Oketra. And that's game. Yeah, so anyway, that's what I was talking about before I got into making plays. I'm working on getting the proper script so that we can actually just type in chat. And, when we have punts and things like that, there'll be, a like 1 minute window there. The first person that types in chat will actually trigger the counter. But I'm working on that. But man, hey, we got through with that. So, we're 2-0. I don't really like making changes to a deck that is not losing. And man, this deck has 2-0'd through my punts. So yeah, we did get dirty in game ones. We do have a lot more people here than we had during game one. Those of you who are just joining us, go back and watch the end of match 1. It was hilarious. I actually think there was I'm a little. I feel it was dirty, but I know people like to see that stuff. So, what we got? Aerial Responder. Do we want to add that? So, the one card I don't like in the deck is Sunscourge Champion. Like, in the sideboard, maybe, sure. Honestly, I would rather see, Oketra. Regal seems really good, but Oketra or I don't know, something of that nature maybe here in this spot. I really like Oketra in the deck, and I truly understand, one and the additional one in the sideboard. Responder is just better than Champion. Is that the one with the double strike? What is Aerial Responder? Responder. Did I spell that right? Surely not. Flying Vigilance Lifelink double white. We're only a mono white deck though. Can we hit double white? I actually like Aerial Responder. In the air seems to be like where we want to be. And the 3 body is relevant. Alright, so let's play this last game. We'll go, we're just going to drop Champion altogether. It's probably a horrible idea. Vampire Whitehawk. Alright. So we'll move Aerial Responder in here. I can't believe I just had those in my collection. I've got like nothing in my collection. If you are also one of those who wants to rent or wants to play all the different cards, or play all the different decks in Standard, rent online. It's hard to balance multiple collections. Even though I own some cards online, I normally open my treasure chest and things like that. Lately, I've just been selling treasure chests back so that I get more tickets to run more games and things like that with. But I do have a little bit of an online collection, but for the most part, I rent all of my cards. So if you want to play all the different decks in Standard, even Modern, check out Manatraders. There should be a link in the description box below. Manatraders doesn't sponsor the video, but they do give 1% of anyone that uses that link in the description box below. We will get in tickets, which will allow us to play more games. And the one thing I don't like doing is playing games in just the open queue. I like for people to have to stick it out till the end. And we had that happen tonight, and it was a prime example of us getting our points out of it. So what else do we have other than aerial responder? Does the deck really need anything else? Is there a 2-mana card we could slide in here? Do we need Oketra's Monument? Would 1 or 2 Oketra's Monument fit the deck? These are the questions I have. Maybe not. Maybe we just play it the way it is. Adanto Vanguard. So if we had an Adanto Vanguard, I'm sure I've drafted a few of those. Apparently not. Okay, so I don't actually have any handy, but we'll go grab some. No lifelink though. Nope, off the table, no lifelink. Right, so I just give a flat fee. I found that every couple months new sets were coming out and things like that, and I was Adanto Vanguard just doesn't fit this deck. I think the only change we're going to make is just that aerial responder. That's the only card that really felt bad in the deck. Everything else actually felt really smooth. I was actually really impressed at how well the deck has kind of come together here. I think this is just jank crap that we'll never get off. I could be wrong, but it's cute. Then again, the whole deck's cute. But we did just beat Approach. And what was the first deck we were playing? I forget. Oh, it was the 4-color Marionette. So, yeah. Let's get back into it, and we'll play another game before we run out of time here. Oh, wow, it's already 10 o'clock. MTGO Showtime. Guys, we're actually already at 10 o'clock. This is already the end of the stream. So, if anyone wants to, run it with the Vanguards and things like that, go ahead and do that. I think the deck's really, really good. I'm sorry that we're not going to get another game in, but that's kind of my stream. So if you want to watch us again, check in weeknights at 8 Mountain Time till 10, and we'll be streaming. Some nights we're playing decks that are slower, and we'll not get as many games off. However, other nights will be aggro, and we'll get a lot of games out. We are trying to reach 500 subscribers, so if you haven't hit that subscription button yet, go ahead and look around on the channel, see if there's something that you like. If you do like our content, if you like watching decks get gameplay, we play a lot more than just Dev's decks. So we'll be bringing you all of the nice jank decks and tier decks that you can find every set. So if you do like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. Thank you very much. I've had a lot of fun. I hope you've had fun. We'll see you next time here on the sideboard.